Ready to go now?
Leading off the
Shohei
ball game
Ohtani
tonight,
steps to the plate for the
designated hitter,
Dodgers.
Number 17, Shohei Ohtani.
And the home opener is underway.
7 o'clock.
Late with the swing there.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Here's Mookie now. And that one fouled off. Top of the first, just getting started here in Philadelphia. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here is Freddie Freeman. That one missed.
That's ball 2.
Line drive to short and caught. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Sliced hard but foul. Here's the 0-2. Into center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Bird. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it, otherwise.
Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Big time power.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one in triple digits. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that is a big first out. Here comes Bryce Harper.
Nope.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that's outside. They're now 3-0.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations. And right here with the middle of the order hitter out, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to pull a quality strike.
On the ground, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. Top of the second. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That's ball 2.
And there's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And up to the plate is Will Smith. In the air, left field. Takes it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Wheeler, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2009.
Whoa, that's down.
Gets a piece and stays alive. No score here in the second. Good job to fight that one off. And it skips in the dirt. Got him swinging for the... Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, Stephen Kwan stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball. Oh, 1 down. Gets under and pops it up. Betts settles under this one, and there's 1 down. Here comes Real Muto. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Late swing fouled off. Drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
Ball, that's out.
And a swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no. That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. The throw. Tag, and he's out. Payoff pitch. And there's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Digging in, Justin Crawford. Crawford at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Marsh off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Back at Citizens Bank Park. On to the 3rd inning. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Teoscar goes down on strikes.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
And here comes Tommy Edman. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Top of the 3rd, no score. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Batting 9th, center fielder,
So digging in, Andy Pajes. This one in the air, center field. Crawford under it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
That's a ball.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Throw on to Freeman. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Bell just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
Schwarber in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game. He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2.
That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. That one felt good. One down. Here's Harper now. To the right side, Edman throws to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Tapped softly on the ground and a foul ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. The relay not going to get him. He's in there.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you can...
Laser to the gap should score the run. Here comes Bohm around 3rd. In comes the run from second.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Check on the runner. Kwan dives back in safely. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Late on that fastball.
Ooh, Baez. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. On to the 4th. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. That missed by a lot. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here's Betts. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Ball, that's inside.
The Dodgers yet to pick up a hit here. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Two down, bases empty. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball, that's in.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Out to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that extends the inning for Kyle Tucker.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down. No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
1-2 here.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Next pitch just misses, and the count is filled up. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
That one lifted to left. Kwan moving under it. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go, bottom 4. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And he fakes it. That's a hit. Great try there. So, man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So the Philly batting order turns over. This is Bryson Stott. And that's a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Waste no time there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Turner in the box, lays off for ball 1. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez should have this one. And the inning is over. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 5th. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Struck him out swinging. The high heat too much on that one. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-2. Got it. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Ball in.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-1. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that is that. Back at Citizens Bank Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bryce Harper stands in. They turn things over to the southpaw, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now it's Alec Bohm, 1 for 2. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Stephen Kwan stands in for the Phillies.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
In the dirt. Dreyer, a 6'2 southpaw. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Pages flying after this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And that is out of play. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Pages makes his way towards it. That is the inning. Top 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there's one down. Here's Shohei Ohtani, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. High fly ball, right field. Marsh moving under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
This one smoked on its way out of here. A massive home run. So 2 down. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. In the air, left side. Kwan under it. And makes the grab. And that is back here, Citizens Bank Park. Bottom of the 6th inning. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. The 0-2. Strike 3 on the foul tip.
Up next for the Phillies.
And now for the Phillies, Jeff. Pitch hitter coming on. Pedro Leon looking to start something with 1 gone.
Ball. That's inside.
And now 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That's out number 2. Stepping in, Bryson Stott. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And that one upstairs, ball 1. On the ground right side. Edman slings to first. 3rd out. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
2-0. Foul ball there. Pitch misses, and now 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Base hit, that was smoked through the infield. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. And that's fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
1 out man at first. Pitching change here, Jose Alvarado.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
In the air, right field, Marsh on his way over. 2 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Tying run at the plate. Out front, rip foul.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The tying run at the plate. On the ground. And it's through for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Tommy Edman at the plate.
Ball.
And it is 2-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Stays alive. 2 on, 2 outs. He goes down looking. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 7th. Ray Turner stands in for the Phillies.
Nope, outside.
That one is hammered right field, carrying well. And that one is off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball. The wall, you kind of think about
the pitcher on here, Tanner Scott.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infielding.
What a stop. Over to first, and they get the out. And here comes Alec Bohm, 1 for 3. That's to third. Inning over. We go to the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Orion Kerkering.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
99 miles per hour to finish him off. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Ball inside.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Kerkering, a 6'2" righty, 205 pounds.
Ball, that's off the
and
plate.
he was a 5th-round pick in 2022. Strike 2.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little
Ball
tone of
3.
the fastball.
That one is upstairs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Betts stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out looking. Back here in Philadelphia, on to the bottom of the 8th, Stephen Kwan stands in for the Phillies. In the air to left center, Hernandez on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. JT Realmuto still steps in. They bring a young arm out of the bullpen in this spot, Edgardo Henriquez. He's into the game with the bases empty. Hard hit, knocks it down. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. Fouled off left side. And they'll do it again. Man at first, 1 away. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Over to first.
No, he's in there.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Leon swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Base knock right field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. New arm out of the bullpen, Alex Garcia.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. It's 4-1.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A 3-run dinger. 2 down. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. And a big swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the K. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Kyle Backus.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one away. Here's Kyle Tucker. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. Kyle Tucker the other way. Now the catcher up to hit, Will Smith. Smith in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Just
No, that's
missed.
down.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers. Muncy in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Next offering is foul back. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game. Wheeler with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.